Hi there! This will be a three-part discussion of a Univox Super Fuzz that I have refurbished. This pedal has been completely refurbished. It is one of the first series, it is the first series made from 1968 to 1970. It has seen some good use through its life. All the labels have fallen off. There's a bit of rust around here and there, surface rust. A ding, and the label's still on there, and it's still on there quite well. This pedal was in very rough shape when I got it. Wires were cut, disconnected, broke it off from the board. Somebody had tried to wire it up for use in to use a adapter, wall wart for it. They had cut the leads on the battery snap. So the battery snap's been replaced. The pots have both been replaced. The switch has been replaced. All the electrolytic capacitors, 10 UF 16 volt, have been replaced with 10 UF 16 volt electrolytics. This one little, try and zoom in here. This one little jelly cap, that's the for the mid cut, had broken off. One of the leads had broken off right up against the body of the capacitor, so that's been replaced. All of the transistors are the original 2SC828s, which is also indicative of a very early model. The jacks here are mono jacks, again from very early. My kitty almost got into the frame there. The original foot switch still works fine. It's built like a tank. Very impressed with that switch. Oops, can't see it here. Out of frame. There we go. This switch is built like a tank. Works great. That's still original. Now when I replaced the pots, I found that the original knobs stopped fitting, so now they've been replaced with brand new knobs. Okay, I think that covers the basics of the unit. One of the things I did special with this unit was to add in a 10K trim pot, which is right there. Some of these pedals came originally with a trim pot and some came without a trim pot. This pedal came without one, and installing this trim pot here required removing two small jumper wires from the back of the circuit board and soldering in the trim pot. This is basically the whole point of this three-part video series, which is to discuss and show some features that this trim pot does in the circuit, or the performance of it, the behavior of it upon the circuit. I have yet to see any videos out there or discussion of this on the web. Some people have merely stated that they put one in, but there was an absence of any details about what anything more about that. Okay, that pretty much sums up this part of the series, which is just the introduction. What we're going to do in parts 2 and 3 is I'm going to hook this pedal up to a function generator and an oscilloscope and show you just what this trim pot adjusts in the circuit. It adjusts the octave engine. It adjusts the bias in the octave engine to balance. There's two transistors which generate the octave, and this balances between the two. It's easier to see it. So the only thing I have left here to show you is that all the original parts that were replaced in the pedal I have retained. So here we have the original pots, and these are supposed to have date codes on the back for verifying exactly when the pedal was made. And all of the original capacitors, you can see that. The original electrolytics, the one jelly bean cap that I replaced there, the original switch, and the original battery snap, which I actually had repaired, but I figured if I was going to replace the other stuff and these things cost so little, I might as well just go ahead and replace the battery snap. Oh, the brand new one too. So there we are. That wraps up part 1 of my discussion of the Univox Super Fuzz. And I will make mention that I have fulfilled my interest with this pedal, and anybody who might want it, just get in touch with me and we'll work something out. Alright, be sure to catch parts 2 and 3 of this series. Well, in the heat of the moment, in the discussion here, I forgot to mention one thing, which some of you may have noticed, this little thing here. And this has to do with one of the screw posts that hold the circuit board down. Zoom in here again. One of the screw posts that hold the circuit board down had broken off. This one is original. This one had broken off. And so I drilled a hole through the top of the pedal and replaced it with a screw. Since we're having here a second look, I might as well mention that these are the original germanium diodes in there. OD91s, I think, something like that. OA91s. Okay, now that I've made mention of everything, we can move on to parts 2 and 3. Get this baby back together here, and here we go. Thanks for watching.